the reality of having a lopsided body shape started becoming something I don't know, did I get used to it or I maybe stopped thinking about it? But by the time I was um mid 40s, and I'm like, it's okay, this is who I am, and I continue to eat healthy, I continue to stay active. But it was slowly starting to become, I could see the effects on my mobility. I wasn't as agile with my dancing, sort of felt heavy. The bottom part of my body felt heavier than it used to. I don't know how else to explain this, but have you had those dreams where you're running but you're not making any headway? Like, it's not, you're just not fast enough. And that started becoming real. Like, I'd go out for walks, and no matter how hard I tried to walk faster, it wasn't fast enough. I was slower than I used to be. Dancing started becoming difficult because it was more effort, it seemed like. Cycling was tough. So, I just started to feel that the body was just starting to become less agile, less mobile. Mind you, I was still very flexible and I could still easily touch my toes and do all kinds of yoga, but just the lower part of the body being heavy. And then, along with COVID, came the dreaded menopause, right? So menopause, I was expecting menopause, no problem. In the sense, I mean, it's not no problem, but I was expecting menopause, and I expected it to be a little difficult to handle. I expected that I would have the hot flashes, which I did. I expected that my hair would change their texture. They did. My skin changed. All of those things, of course, because the hormones are slowly going down. And I did my reading. I was in touch with my doctor. But what I did not expect is the weight gain. The weight gain was like quick and fast. And there was I started having some panic attacks. I think they must be because went through a whole bunch of tests to find out if it was something heart related. Nothing was wrong with my heart, but then the doctor said I was starting to have panic attacks. So maybe it was stress. But along with my menopause, our family also had to face a very traumatic couple of years because of a personal situation, and the stress was unbelievably high. So again, a whole bunch of hormonal changes because of menopause, along with high levels of stress. My weight over 2 years went up 35 pounds. On my body structure, like, I'm not very tall. 35 pounds was a lot of weight gain in that short amount of time. And I was intermittent fasting. I even tried low carb keto. You cannot be pure keto with vegetarian diet, but very low carb, high fat. When I did the low carb, high fat, my cholesterol went up. So then that reduced that, but I kept low carb. Then my calories, I couldn't make them. And then I did intermittent fasting. And then what did I not do, right? I went on a program. Maybe, it looked like I would lose some weight, but I would just come back again. Anyway, all that to say, the weight would not move, but my scale would go up. I mean, it would not move downward, but upward. And all in the bottom part of my body. My arms also started to grow bigger. The bottom part of my body just went berserk. Nothing would fit anymore. It was almost like when the season changed, the whole wardrobe from the previous when it became summer, then the previous year summer clothes, the whole wardrobe would just not fit anymore. So like every 3 or 4 months, my size was changing. So frustrating. My doctor also noticed during the test that my inflammation was high, C reactive protein it is called, and that was high. And that was another reason why they did the whole heart tests to make sure I didn't have any condition. I didn't have any condition, but the inflammation was high. So then why was the inflammation high when I was eating anti-inflammatory foods? The only thing happening in my life was menopause at that time and the high stress, but my weight kept going up. I just had it because, in fact, I thought about should I take some medication for weight loss? I was at that level where I was considering anything. I said, what is happening? If somebody would just tell me what was happening, then I'd know how to deal with it.